You're older, wiser, and yet they still treat you like you're clueless. Hi, I'm Jesse, and this is the Valiant Lifestyle. In this episode, I'm going to be talking to instances where, with the kids and sometimes with your spouse, they roll their eyes, but to remember to stay grounded and ways to lead with some emotional maturity. Before I get there, though, I want to welcome you and welcome you back if you've watched me before, if you've seen some of my videos and you're intrigued and you're still after it. And I want to invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. It's super easy. Just hit the subscribe button that's located wherever YouTube has it today. You subscribe, then hit all, and all what that does is it allows my content to be free-flowing to you without any restriction. Okay, so let's get going here. Let's get going on what this is here. Don't take teen disrespect personally. It's projection, not prophecy. They're testing the upper limits, man. They're just testing you. And, no, I'm not going to do that. No, they want to know how far they can go within the boundaries that you've set to know where it is. And wherever that is, regardless of how they react emotionally, trust me, your boundary, your rules, or wherever that is, and their ability to respect it, they will respect it even if they have an emotional outburst. They're just trying to find out where the upper limits are, where it is and what that is. They want to know how far they can go. So when you lose yourself, when you become when you get really upset about it, like I have in the past, it not only doesn't bode well, but it you don't get anywhere in discussion. You don't get anywhere with it, and then as life would have it, you come back with you'll come back to that same situation again until you truly get it. Own your role, even if it's unclear. You bring you there. You bring you. You're bringing the parenting forward. Your role is to be able to be solid, to be grounded, and you know what? Sometimes unapologetically creating that boundary, that rule, whatever it is. And you don't have to really over-explain yourself as to why that is to your kids, your children every now and then. They won't get all of the adult nuances that you and your wife, your significant other, your partner, your spouse discuss. They won't get all that. And they're not meant to get all that until they get older. What is good, though, is to have some context. Just some context on the way this looks. And then also create the one-on-one moments, the bonds. Because what I find in the eye-rolling moments and the ones where they treat you like you just don't know what's going on, you have no idea, or maybe it's not even that, it's just they're not listening, they don't hear you, they're tapped in, they're tuned into something else. When you have these one-on-one moments, these one-on-ones where you can sit with your bonus daughter, your bonus son, your daughter, your son, and just play with them, there are so many things that they just feel like they can, okay, I can let go of this. Okay, I can talk about this, that you wouldn't ordinarily get if you go, okay, how was your day at school today? Good. What did you do? I forget. Oh. And then there's this inherent need that a parent has to try and pry it out of them. It doesn't work very well because it's like this commanding thing, like they have to protect themselves, this trigger point where they have to protect themselves because there's something that you might say, or they might say for that matter, that you might find wrong. And that's why they get kind of cagey with this, is because they're gearing up to be scolded as history would present itself, as the past would present itself of something they've done wrong. That's why you're getting this. And what I've done is pave the way for this. So I tell them about my day first with ease. This is how many clients I talked to. This is what I did. I had a couple calls. And then I really felt into this moment because I did some journaling. And then, I had some lunch. What about you? Tell me about what your day looked like. And then that gives them an idea of what they're what you would like for them to say, or what you're hopeful to connect with. And that one doesn't always work, but I find that it paves the way for the expectation as to how, the exchange of communication goes. And just the interest. I'm interested. I'm genuinely interested in your day. What was it like, honey? What was it like, man? What was it like, little bud? That sort of thing. What I want you to do is comment maturity over ego. Maturity over ego. If you've ever chosen the peace over your pride in this one. And this one hits me near and dear because I find myself every now and then getting caught up in the, okay, I really got to know, and I've got to pry it out of you. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work because they feel the energy, they feel the trigger, and that angst is, I better look out because daddy's gonna scold me for something. Deeper conversation on this, I welcome you. I invite you. Go to thevaliantlifestyle.com and book a 30-minute complimentary call, and let's talk about instances like this, maybe amongst other ones that you have, where you've sat down and talked to your spouse, your significant other, your wife, your partner, and maybe you just need a guy to hear you out on this one. All right, thanks for watching. Let's do this.